And this has been my kitchen.
Welcome to a riveting episode of Grilling with SonicBlu. Hey, we're outside in the front at the back deck, back deck. It doesn't matter what deck we're in. As long as there's a deck, there's a grill. And here's a grill right here. And we just spent a little bit of time cleaning her up. This is one of those flat grills. It's going to be sitting on top of 3 gas burners on this grill. And today, we're going to be grilling baby back ribs. Now, I know what you're thinking. SonicBlu, are we going to have to sit through yet another episode of you grilling ribs? Hey, what's wrong with ribs? I love ribs. I know there's a lot of other people out there who love their ribs. So we're going to show you how to grill some baby back ribs. Now, since baby backs are pork, and pork takes a lot quicker to cook than beef ribs, I figure cooking these straight on the grill from a raw state would be just fine and dandy for these pork ribs. Now, beef ribs you want to bake in the oven first before you throw them on the grill. That just gives it a little more tenderness to your beef. But since we're working with pork, it doesn't take long for these babies to cook up, and you don't have to worry about them falling off the bone. They're going to do that anyway. So, without further ado, let's go over to our grill and make sure that we are heated up just nicely. And I feel a little heat coming up from there. We have our flames down on medium. So we're just going to take some time to warm this grill up. So when we throw our baby back ribs on, all we have to do is just let them grill for about, say, 10 minutes, 5 minutes if you want to flip them, and then check the other side for another 5 minutes, so 10 minutes total, before we flip them again and start saucing. And then we're going to cook them on each side for about another 3 to 4 minutes, maybe 5 tops, with the barbecue sauce on it. Now, you would think that I would, you know what? I forgot my seasoning and my brush. Hold on one moment, I'll go grab those. Here they are. So we got a basting brush for our barbecue sauce. And we got some seasonings that I had mixed up myself for pork. And the same thing can be applied for poultry as well. So we got a special mixture of pork/poultry seasoning right here. And this consists of nothing more than some seasoning salt, garlic powder, onion powder, some thyme leaves, and a little touch of ground cumin. So we're going to lay that over here. And we're feeling the heat really coming up from our grill now. So what we're going to do is grab our first rack of baby back ribs. Okay, so it's not quite giving us the sizzle yet, so it'll slowly come to that point. Let's throw our second, kind of crook them to the side here. Just slide these guys down a little. And yes, we are getting heat because I feel the heat from the underside of these ribs. Okay. And if it'll help, nope, I hear the sizzling. I hear the sizzle. Now, what will really help out in your cooking and grilling needs is tools. Let me show you some of the grilling tools that we're going to be using for this project. This is a griller's spatula. It is made for heavy duty foods like thick steaks, like a lot of chicken or maybe chicken quarters, and even in this case, baby back ribs. You need a strong spatula like this one, but also one that's very long to get your arm out of harm's way. So the longer the spatula, the heavier duty the spatula, the less likelihood you'll run into burning yourself. So we're going to throw these on here at medium heat for about 5 minutes, maybe longer because we didn't really give the grill enough time to heat up fully, but that's okay. We're going to cook these as we go along, about 5 minutes on the one side, flip them over, season it, let the other side cook for 5 minutes, flip them over again, season them, they give it about maybe 2 extra minutes for the seasonings to fully cook in, and then we'll start saucing. And then we'll cook them again for another 3 to 5 minutes on each side. So these are going to be some really good savory ribs. The sauces we're going to be using are going to be Hickory Smoke Sweet Baby Ray's. That's them over there.
Carter's not with the label facing the other way.
Yeah.
It's like they're on timeout right now.
They're timeout, yeah. They're in the corner. They've been bad. They weren't as exactly priced lower than what I hoped, so they've been bad. They're in trouble. Okay, well, while we're waiting for our baby back ribs to cook and grill, I want to introduce you to a little friend of mine, a bonsai tree. I found this bonsai tree on the way home from work one day, and it cost me about $25. But the lady who was selling them came all the way from Japan, and she brought a whole bunch of these from Japan, and this is mine, so I've got one. And it's already starting to grow more leaves up here. So when I first got this one was very well trimmed, and now it's grown quite immensely since I've had it, especially this right here and a little bit off of this right here. So this is new, this little bit here is new, all of this is new, and this is growing out some. So yeah, pretty soon it'll be ready for a trimming. I keep this water bottle handy for whenever I want to water my bonsai tree. And it's just a mister that you find at any pet store. You just mist bonsai from time to time, keeping it moist. And it's just perfect to make sure to maintain and retain all of the nutrients that's within the soil and the fertilizer, so that you can get the best out of your needs for your bonsai tree. And there we go. So that little gardening tip was part of this whole grilling entourage that we're doing here. Alright, so now I'm just going to make sure that our ribs are not sticking, because pork does tend to stick before it starts really going into cooking, and you'll notice a lot of juices will be coming out of these ribs. So lift up the bottoms, make sure that we are in a good enough state to where we can observe them. Come on, spatula. Okay. Not too bad there. Okay. Now, see, we moved them down a bit. The hottest part of the grill is through the center. That's where the flames are underneath. So you'll start to really smell. I put these back on low. They need to be at medium. That's why they're so slow in cooking. So turn it up to medium and let these babies cook. Now, we should start to see some nice grilling action here in a few moments. When we start to smell the grilled pork coming off of this grill, you'll know it's getting closer to flipping. And these are going to be some wonderful ribs that we're going to be having tonight. So this is going to be a very delicious rib dinner. Tonight we're doing baby backs out on the grill for Grilling with SonicBlu. So why do you say we fast forward a little bit? We'll fast forward about 5 minutes. Now that I got this turned back up on medium, 5 minutes. We'll flip them over and we'll show you the results of how they did in 5 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. Let's flip these babies over and see how well we're doing. Look out. Alright, look at that. Oh. That is starting to get done under the sun, let me tell you. Alright. Yeah. Since this part over here is going to be raw on the side and we can't really lay them on their side, that is going to be turned around that way. That way we're going to use the sides to cook this pink part on the side here. So we're just going to turn these guys around and let them face that side. That way the sides get cooked, the sides of the bones get cooked. You won't have any pink, and you won't have to worry about how am I going to cook the sides of these things. Well, that's what the sides of the grill is for. So you can cook the sides and cook the bottoms at the same time. Let me tell you, these things are starting to shape up to be some delicious looking baby back ribs. Oh man, that is tasty. Look, there's a little piece that came off right here. And this will be used as our taste testing piece when we get to that point. So I'm just going to flip that over, cook it a little bit. We'll use that to test and see how well it tastes. Yeah, they're shaping up to be delicious looking already. I can't wait to sink my teeth into these baby back ribs. And knowing that we grilled them right outside, it's going to be amazing. Look, smoked ribs.
That didn't do that. Oh,
That's not the way it works. No.
They're smoking as it is.
That they are. They're looking good though. And let's bring these back around and you can see now that those pink bones that we saw are now grilled. See, look at that. Grilled to perfection. We're going to grill that side. Turn this around. Well, there's a one red piece there. Let's put that for a little longer. Or we can flip it over again and put that on the side. That's a little piece of the bone there sticking out. It's a little red. But for the most part, still a little pink on this side here, so let's just put catty corner it, put that one red side right over there. The rest of that will be cooked in just nicely. Okay, so here's our little piece of pork rib here.
That looks about done, actually.
Yep, that little piece is done. There it is. Alright, so to give a preview of what this is going to taste like, we're just going to take a little shaker of some of this stuff, just a little bit. Toss it back on, let the seasonings continue to meld in with the flavor of that. Cook in a little bit. There we go. And don't forget a little bit of some barbecue sauce that we're going to be using. Just a little dab will do ya. Just a little dab will do ya. Flip it over. Let that sauce kind of cook in a little bit. And there it is. So that's what we're going to be working with here, folks. This whole entire piece is going to resemble those ribs. Now it's going to be a little hot to handle, so.
Well, just came off the grill. I wonder why.
The barbecue sauce does taste really good. Really good for these types of ribs. What do you say we put this guy over here to cool for a little bit? And let's take a look at our rib now. Yeah, that's starting to cook up nicely. A little more time on the opposite side maybe. Wow, look at that. Hey, that is what I call grilled ribs, folks. Okay, so we're gonna turn this guy over here too. There they are. Alright, look at that, huh? That's the way we like to do ribs. Alright, so let's press this end now because that end needs to be cooked against something hot. There we go, press that up against that. And that'll cook this end here on its side. Okay, so now what we're going to do while it's doing that is season our ribs. So we're going to season this down with a generous portion of our mixed seasoning. Got seasoned salt, garlic powder, onion powder, thyme leaves, and a little touch of cumin, making up to be a very nice seasoning for our ribs. And those juices are going to lock those seasonings down and just cook right into the meat there. Look at that. Just give it a generous dose of that seasoning. And now you can really smell.
You could really smell that seasoning.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so quickly we're going to turn these over, back over to the side, and we're going to season the opposite side. Okay, so let's go that way. Always stand clear when you're flipping ribs. Always stand clear when you're flipping them ribs. I'm going to season the opposite side now. That looks good. I think I also put some paprika in here too. But I'm not sure if this is the... No, I didn't. No, this is before I bought the paprika, because I noticed we were out of paprika, so this one does not have the paprika in it. Okay, so let them juices just kind of grab onto our seasonings here and let them cook right in for a little bit, and then gonna flip them again. Look at that, huh? Wow. Okay, so seasonings are being cooked on both sides. These ribs are starting to shape up to be very delicious looking, folks. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to move this back over here and cook this side of it because it needs more time to cook. And look at this side here. That side looks good. Okay, good. Okay, now you can always tell how far along your ribs are coming along just by taking a spatula and poking it into one of the meatier parts of your rib and take a look inside. If you got any clear juices coming up, that means your ribs are coming along nicely. If it's still pink, you've still got a ways to go. And those juices are coming up clean. I don't see any pink meat. So we are pretty much almost ready for the saucing. Let's see how this side is trimming. Great, great. Not too bad, not too pink. Starting to go away now. That's what we need. So turn this back over until it's done being pink. On this side, I don't see any pink at all. So let's turn this over to this side now. We're going to get that side to cook a little bit. Make sure that that side is done. Bring this back around and we see that it's now perfectly cooked. And we're going to turn this side around too. Make sure that that side is cooked. That side is already cooked. Good. Now we're ready for the saucing. And when you get to this point, when you get to a nice seared and singed appearance to your ribs, we will be ready to sauce these guys up. So let's move these down here to the lower part of the grill now. And we're just going to apply a very generous portion of barbecue sauce over the top of our ribs. Okay. And with our brush, we're just going to tap it right on to spread our sauce. Remember, tapping is a better way of spreading your sauce than brushing. Still want a lot of that sauce on your ribs, so don't brush, tap. You only brush when you got too much on one side, or you want to get around the sides of your ribs, then you can brush. But for the tops, I suggest tapping. You only want to brush to get away the excess, like right over here and right over here. And you want to kind of smooth that over. So lightly brush and then tap to, fill in any of the gaps that you might have left from brushing. And that's perfect. All right. The next one will be for the top of this guy. All right. Do the same measure. Tap with your sauce. You get that sauce to spread. And then you look and see if you have any in excess, and you want to brush that over to areas where they don't have enough sauce. And then always use that brush around the sides. Now there's a little excess here. I'm going to brush this way. Kind of move it down this way. There we go. That's perfect. All right. That is a very saucy top. Alright. Woo! Smoky. Now we're going to do the bottoms. It's very important you do all sides of your ribs because you want them saucy.
Ah, that
Squirted.
went flying.
It went flying all over.
I think that was a barbecue sauce.
That was the barbecue sauce.
That's what
along with the juice.
I got a little bit on my arm there.
I got a little bit on me.
I'm not surprised.
So that's enough for one bottle.
The end of that bottle.
And that's the end of that one bottle. There's my brush. There's my brush. And we're going to tap just like we did before. Tap to get all that beautiful sauce all over our ribs and down into the crevices. And we're going to brush the excess down here to this area and start tapping to get them to spread. Okay, then come up here. Good. Okay. That one's empty. Let's go for this one. Okay, we are getting to the point where we no longer need this on medium, so let's turn this down to a low. Low, low. We're turning our flame down to low because we don't want to overcook these. We don't want to turn these into briquettes. You don't need to turn them into charcoal briquettes. You might use charcoal briquettes to cook your food, but we don't need to cook charcoal briquettes in our food.
Of course, we're using propane for this one.
Yes, we are.
And they look good too.
Oh, they look superb. Look at that. All right. So now we got a generous portion of that sauce. Let's flip it one more time. Get this side to cook in all of its saucy goodness. In the center, and there we go. Ooh, ah. Ooh.
That one's flying everywhere.
That one
Hey,
hit
you
my
got
legs.
some.
That one hit my legs.
You got some over here on the.
And just a little extra sauce that got lost. Going to be applied here.
You're gonna have to clean the top part off now. Of the.
Just a little extra over here. As you'll lose some of the sauce when you flip it over to do the other side, but that's okay. Just apply a little bit more on, and it's perfectly nice. That is perfectly normal to do. There we go. Good and good. That looks really good, folks. I'm not gonna lie. These ribs are just about done. Now, while we're waiting for the undersides of those to finish cooking, we're going to take this little piece here that we've already stated was going to be the taste testing piece. And we're just going to try and see how well they came out. Oh man, that is fantastic. Nice. Now we will have a real taste test of these ribs when they are finished. And that's just the sauce here. We're just going to put it right down here. And the beauty part about it cooking on a grill like this, you can clean it as you're cooking. And this stuff comes right up too. You don't have to worry about scrubbing it down and hosing it down. You just take your scraper right across and you're ready for some more grilling. Take a brush and just brush the rest of those stingy old blackies out of the way. There we go. Good. All right. Okay, so that should be finished. A done deal. And our finished result will be these amazing ribs. I'm just have to move everything out of the way so I can actually pile on these ribs onto this baking sheet, which was used intentionally for a vessel to move them from the outside to the inside. And there are our baby back ribs. Please do not forget to turn off your burners when you grill outside.
A little too hot for you?
Those dials are going to be very hot. Damn.
You okay over there?
That's when one of these comes in handy. Okay, I'm going to put this down for a moment and then turn on to our barbecue glove. It's pretty sad when I have to use one of these guys just to turn off the grill.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
And that's all turn off the gas too.
And we have to turn off the gas, so let me do that next. Okay. Also, don't forget to close the line to your propane. Look at all of that mess that we're just going to scrape with our spatula, just like this. And loosen it up from the grill while it's hot. Just do this while it's hot. And it just comes right up and nice and clean. Scrape it right along until we get to this point. Scrape all of this up. Now we can go from front to back. Scrape it on down. And as you can see, it leaves behind a very clean, ready to use grill for the next time. And all of the dirt and all of the grime and stuff is right in there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to reach for our grease bucket here. This is a grease bucket. And it's best to have one of these when you have a flat grill like this. So you can take your charred pieces and dump them right into the bucket for throwing away when it gets cool. Just got to get in here, remove all of this stuff from the grease trap, or the grease trough, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. Always best to maintain clean habits when you're outside on a grill. Let's say you did some grilling in the July 1st. The family's coming over on July 4th and you want to do some more grilling. But you can't get to the grill because it's still a mess from the 1st when you did some grilling beforehand. Well, always remember, anytime after you use the grill, while your food is cooling, clean the grill.
It's also a good idea to put a little bit of water on there too.
Or oil.
Or oil, yeah. To try to clean it up a little more too.
The oil or water will help lift it, but oil will lift the dirt and coat it and season it for your next grilling ventures at the same time. So you get the best of both worlds if you use oil. Okay, now once you're done with that, set the other side. So that's how you grill baby back ribs out on the grill. Didn't take too long, and as you can see, fully cooked to perfection. And we checked it in the middle. We made sure there was no pink juices coming up. Everything was clear. Everything was good to go. And these should be really delectable to have your 4th of July celebration. Or you could always grill the traditional hot dogs and hamburgers. I don't think anybody would mind. But for grilling with SonicBlu, this is SonicBlu Dark Cold, and hoping that all of your grilled foods turn out just as tantalizing as what we're about ready to have here tonight. And if you're not cooking good, you're not eating good, and you definitely want to eat good with some good food, good grilling, and good company. Also make sure that when you do your grilling, you don't barbecue your house. Now I got a bit of cleanup to do. Yay. But it was well worth it. We're gonna need to clean off.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. The results of a successful grilling. Splattered on the house.
You're definitely gonna need to clean that up afterward.
You think?
I didn't even realize it actually did that. Holy crap. Wow, okay. Oh, you did the number. Are you trying to grill the house next or something?
Well, in order to grill the house, you need to give it good flavor. So that's done. Still more left in there. And we still got some more seasoning.